is Button But Tutorials. Welcome to my class CA Foundation. Today we are starting with accountancy, principles and practices of accountancy. And first chapter is theoretical framework. In that we are taking up unit number 1, meaning and scope of accounting. Okay. The learning objectives of this chapter. After studying this unit of this chapter number 1, we will know the meaning and significance of accounting. We will know how the bookkeeping is done, what are the distinction differences between accounting and bookkeeping, and accounting system, how it has evolved, how it has started, how it is established. This also we will know about it. And what are the subfields of accounting, or what are all in accounting, that also we will learn. And we will learn accounting information, how it is generated, what are the intermediaries in that, that is various user groups in that, and what is the relationship of accounting with economics, comparative with economics, statistics, mathematics, law and management. We will study comparative study of these various field of study with economics, that is statistics, mathematics, law, management. Comparatively it is studied with economics, what it is. In brief, we will do that study also. And all the studies will have its own advantages and disadvantages or limitations. That limitations also of accounting system we will learn. And we will know, because accounting means professionally the person is designated as chartered accountant. What are the roles of the chartered accountant in this system of accounting? How the audits are done? What is the role of the chartered accountant in this? All this we will touch in this lesson. And see, procedure of accounting. Broadly, financial information generation and using that financial information generated in day-to-day activities. Hence, first part, how the financial information is generated, recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating. These are all parts of this financial information, how it is generated. Then input, how it is, because to record something you should have an input, how it is. And identification of the transactions will be done. Economic events and transactions, what is the difference between that? I am just giving a brief. We will study in detail all these. Accounting cycle, and on recording, classifying, what will be the output from that after recording the transactions. It will be posted to the ledger. Then from the balances of the ledger, we will prepare the trial balance, and further final accounts will be prepared. And along with that, we will study the communication, how the communications are done. Then these informations generated, as I told you, recording the transactions in the form of journal, from that journal to the ledger accounts, balancing and taking a trial balance from the balances of the ledger accounts. Then from that, final accounts in the form of trading profit and loss account balance sheet will be prepared. All these results from the day-to-day transactions, once it is derived or once it is done, these informations will be used by internal users, that is board of directors, or if it is a partnership firm, partners of the firm, or those who are working day-to-day basis in the institution, whether it's companies or business firm and all. And also used by the external users. External users are, to name them, investors, lenders who give finance to the firm, suppliers, those who are supplying the goods or giving the services, government agencies, and customers. If it's a manufacturing concern, then those who buy that product of the firm concern. Those are all known as external users. This all we will study in the subject. Okay. Then introduction of this chapter or lesson. See, every individual day to day buys the product whatever he or she needs on day to day basis, right? Suppose you need a book, pen, pencil, you go to a shop, shopkeeper will store them, you will buy them. That means you are a buyer, shopkeeper is a seller. Suppose if you are an employee of any company, you will be getting monthly salary. If you are a family person, you will be paying the fees of the children, house, construction or rent. These are all different type of economic activities, or government organizations, semi-government organizations, corporations, group of individuals, all doing different types of activities, which is related to money. In general, we understand it as economic activity. Okay? All the economic activities need not be for the benefit only, financial benefit. It may be, suppose if you buy a pencil, you will make use of the pencil. It is not for the purpose of making any money out of that. For that you are giving the price of that pencil, for example. That's an economic activity. Like that, transactions and events we will distinguish. See, when you do that, you go to a shop, you inquire him whether the pencil is available with him. Then if it is available, he will say, yes, it is available, the price of this pencil is like this. Then if you like that, you will buy it. If you buy it, you will pay some money. That is related to economy or economic. This economic activity is known as transaction. When you buy something, it's a transaction. Suppose you went to the shop, inquired everything, but you did not like that, you did not buy anything, you just came back. That is an event. See the difference between transactions and event. Hence, transaction means business performance of any act or any agreement, etc. While even event is happening of the any transaction. You go and buy a book. Yes, buying the book is a transaction that takes place, no, that purchase, that in total it is known as event. This is a difference broadly between transactions and event. Suppose a person is running a business, say stationery business, right? Invests rupees 2 lakhs rupees. Okay, he buys goods of say 1,15,000 rupees and sells those goods for 1,47,000 rupees in the month of say January. Right? Say he pays a rent of 5,000 rupees. Okay. At the end, see, I told you 1,15,000 rupees worth goods he has bought. He has sold for 1,47,000. Unsold goods left with him is say rupees 15,000. These are all economic activity. Buying the goods, selling the goods, paying the rent. Right? Hence, simultaneously, he does all these, no? They are also event, right? Event and economic activity and event. See, what I have given the example, no? Shop. That you can summarize like this. Say goods sold is 1,47,000. Goods in hand, that is at the end of the month, is 15,000. That means it comes to 1,60,000, 1,62,000 total, right? I have told you he has purchased goods worth rupees 1,15,000, right? Also he has paid monthly rent of 5,000 rupees. Hence, goods purchase and monthly rent together comes to 1,20,000 rupees. Hence, out of 1,62,000, this 1,20,000 rupees subtracted means you will have a surplus of 42,000. The shopkeeper has a surplus of 42,000 in this example what I have given you. Okay. Yes, next. Say 42,000 he has earned no profit. That is an event, right? Goods sold, purchased, rent paid, all these are transactions. Okay. Like that, suppose a municipal corporation got a grant from government for the adult education. They purchased some literacy kits, etc. to pay. Salary paid to the tutors. Left balance left with them is 50 lakh rupees. Here also there are transactions and events. Teaching is an event. Spending a salary is a transaction. Right? Receiving the grant is an event. Whereas when actual money received, that is a transaction. Right? Like that, different types of receipts and payments and all are these known as transactions. Deficit, if any, that is an event. Right? Hence, all these we have studied about transactions and events. I think you have understood the difference between the transactions and events. Right? Now, these economic activity of transactions will be recorded on day-to-day basis by a businessman or a corporation or a company, right? These are all helpful for the decision-making process because many decisions have to be taken in the business. How much turnover to be done so that the targeted profit will be earned, right? Depending on the market conditions, what is the amount of stock to be maintained. These are all depending on the transactions, they will come to the conclusions, right? Hence, recording the transactions is part of accountancy, right? Hence, as I told you earlier, these what are all recorded transactions, and from there, what are all the accounts maintained and conclusions derived based on that internal users and external users are making use of these results, right? Hence, this accounting is a universal application, universally used these accounting systems. See, on day-to-day basis, when the business people do hundreds of transactions, thousands of transactions, they will not be able to remember all the activities. If they have to recall on some day, they cannot do it. That's why these are all put in the form of a recording system. Because at a regular interval, the accounts are to be prepared as per the law. Some statements are to be generated and submitted to the government authorities, different types of government authorities. For all these, they should record the transactions because they cannot say simply, a businessman cannot say at the end of the year, I have made a turnover of 2 crores. Correct? There should be a reliable, understandable system of information that is called recording and further classifying, preparing the accounts, right? Hence, all this knowledge is required and it is universally applied wherever it is, whichever the country, whichever the place, wherever these transactions take place, they are recorded and the accounts are prepared. Okay? Hence, business transactions, recording and deriving the results for the decision making purpose, it will be helpful. And these should be in a systematic way, as I told you. It's called language of business. It will help for the decision making process. Decision making process, if it is a company and all, they are generally board of directors. Suppose a small petty shop, your neighborhood shop, sole proprietor, only one person will be the decision maker. But even then, he will need the system of accounting, recording, and all this, because A human being cannot remember all what happened for the last 30 days, for the last quarters or last 1 year. Hence, these are all requirements. And how it is systematically done, that is the study of accountancy. Right? Yes, we'll see some definition. Right? American Institute of Certified Public Accountants formulated the following definitions in the year 1961. What it is? Accounting. Accounting is an art of recording, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the result thereof. See, if they ask you a question, what is accounting? This paper is descriptive, right? Yes. Hence, suppose a question comes, what is accounting, or define accounting? What do you understand by accounting? Then if you write this systematic way of giving the definition, you will get the full marks. Whatever we discuss to understand and all now, when you write the answers in the answer paper, that should be very systematic. Then only you will get good marks, full marks and all. Hence, classifying, recording, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner. Significant manner means in the manner told or understood by the business community, accepted by the business community, accepted by the government, accepted by the, say, in this reference, ICAI, correct? In terms of money transactions, means that should be money value. I told you, if it is not enough, if it is told money, rent is paid, how much rent is paid, how it is paid, these are all recording. And financial character means same, valuation in terms of money, right? And that result, it comes to, I told you, recording, classifying, preparing the accounts, that is, which is the result of the business will be recorded in this way, and finally, result will be achieved or result will be known. Okay, hence, definition I already explained. Yes, that is all what I told you, in the form of recording, in the form of journal, then taking it to ledger accounts, then balance will be taken to trial balance, then final accounts will be prepared. These are all different steps of accounting. You will know when you come to that chapter. Fine. Hence, all the transactions are recorded, then purchase ledger, sales ledger, etc. are written. Then from there, differences, balances will be arrived, and income, expenses recorded, assets, liabilities. From that, profit and loss account will be prepared, balance sheet will be prepared, right? And these are all recorded in the money terms. For example, in India, it's rupee. If you go to USA, US dollar, right? If you go to England, what is that? England, if you go there, pound sterling, right? Yes, like that. In that, it is called money value, recorded in money value, right? Okay. Next, simply I told you, it's summary of recording, classifying and summarizing the transactions. Okay, it is day-to-day function because accounts are done generally on day-to-day basis. Transactions are recorded from there, posted to ledger accounts and all these are all done day-to-day basis. Balancing and further, it will be done at a regular interval. Generally recording the transactions from there, preparing the ledger accounts and all done day-to-day basis. Okay. Next. Yes. Then once these results are derived, as I told you, at the management level, that is internal users, it will be reported to the concerned authorities within the institution. External users means it will be derived, as I told you, quarterly results, half-yearly results, or yearly results. Generally, quarterly results and annual results. They will be publishing that, required for the external users to know how the company is functioning, what is their profitability, what are their asset liability or liquidity ratio, liquidity value, solvency. These all terms you will know further when we know the terminologies. When we study the terminologies, you will know all these, say liquidity, solvency, etc. Okay. Hence, yeah, the process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information to permit informed judgments and decisions by the users of the accounts. These are all accepted definition of accounting, accepted definition of accounting. This is given by the American Accounting Association in 1966. What it is? The process of identifying, measuring, communicating economic information to permit informed judgments, decision makers. They will make use of it and take the conclusion or decisions, whatever is suitable. Then in 1970, Accounting Principal Board of American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. These are all different authorities in different countries. In USA, America, this is the Accounting Principal Board. In 1970, they have given this definition of accounting as the function of accounting is to provide quantitative information. Quantitative information means what? See, for example, you purchased 1 quintal of rice. 1 quintal of rice, that is the quantity, right? Like that in accountancy, information including everything measured in terms of money, that is quantitative information, primarily of financial nature, as I told you already, about economic activities, entities, and their entities. These are all useful for making economic decisions. This is a definition given by American Standard Institute, right? The function of accounting is to provide quantitative information primarily of financial nature about economic entities, what is needed to be useful in making economic decisions. As I told you, to recall, suppose there is a question, what is accounting, or define accounting? What do you understand by accounting? You write one definition given by ICAI, one definition given by, say, this American Standard Accounting Board, you'll get full marks. That shows that you have made the studies properly, right? Hence, we can understand accounting as recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting financial transactions, because transactions is financial transactions, and communicating the results thereof to the person interested in such information. As I told you, internal users, external users. Fine. Okay, this is all today's study. Thank you. Thank you for joining the class. If you have any doubts and all, clarify from me. Okay, fine.